Alright, and here we are back. Take a look at another one. Let's see. This time let's look at y equals, let's just go sine. And this time let's go pi over 2 times x. And this time let's go minus pi. Let's go stick with that. And let's just look at this. Okay. The amplitude here is 1, right? Coefficient on the sine is 1. Let's see, the period, again, is 2 pi over this constant right here, which is pi over 2, and that equals 4. Now the phase shift is this constant in here, pi, divided by pi over 2, which of course is 2. Now, let's see, the maximum for this thing is going to be 1. The minimum is going to be negative 1. The midline is 0. So if we went ahead, there's 1, there's negative 1. 1, 2, there's 2. And the period is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be 6. But anyway, we're going to end there. We're going to start there. And halfway through, we're going to be on that midline again because it's a sine function. Now, a quarter of the way through, we're at the maximum. 3/4 of the way through, we're at the minimum. So, it looks like that. Okay? And there we go. Now, the next one to look at is going to be kind of a tough one. Let's see. Let's try out my drawing skills. How does that sound? Okay. So, here's a y-axis. Here's an x-axis. Let's have our graph start here. Go to there. Okay. All right. And let's make this negative 1. Let's make that 1. That's going to make this 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So, there's my wave. The period for this thing is the distance from here to there. The period is 8. 7 minus negative 1 is 8. Now, the thing to remember is that constant b, or the omega that I call it sometimes, is equal to 2 pi over 8. Or this is pi over 4. Okay? Now, the amplitude is the distance from the midline to a maximum or the midline to a minimum. And I'm going to call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the amplitude is 2. And that's all there is to that. Now the phase shift. Okay? The phase shift here is equal to negative 1. But now negative 1 then is going to equal what our book calls that h constant divided by the b. Otherwise it would be phi over omega. So basically what h is going to equal is negative 1 is going to equal h over pi over 4, or h is going to equal negative pi over 4. Okay. Let's see, the midline here is 3. So to write the equation of this thing, this is a sine graph. I'm going to go sine. The amplitude is 2, so I'm going to put that out here. Now, the pi over 4 constant goes right here. And then in another set of parentheses, we're going to have x plus, because we moved to the left. That makes this a plus. And that's going to be pi over 4, right? It would be minus a negative pi over 4. And the midline is 3, so we're just going to move that up 3. And that would be the equation of our sine function, because remember the general form y equals a times the sine of b times x minus h plus k. Okay. That's that standard form. Okay. Oh, let's see how much time. Oh, we got all kinds of time. Let's do another one. Let's see how well I can draw again. Okay. This time we'll do a little shorter one. Okay, here's x, here's y, a little. Alright, so our graph is going to look like this. Okay. I'm going to call this 0. Oh, let's pretend it went through the midpoint there. I'm going to call this 4 pi. And here's 1, here's negative 1. So the period is 4 pi. But now remember that b is equal to 2 pi divided by 4 pi. And that's going to make that 1/2. Okay. Our amplitude is 1. The phase shift is 0, right? It starts right at the origin. Now the midline is 0. And if we were going to go ahead and write the equation of this thing, the amplitude is 1. So all we need is the sine. And then we need that b value, which was 1/2, times x, because there isn't a horizontal shift. And there's no vertical shift, so there's no plus k. It's just that. Alright. Let's see. Oh, you guys want me to go through the bonus question? Okay. Well, let's see. The bonus question, right? Because if I went through this, you guys could go ahead, do the bonus question, and get tons of bonus points. And right, this one is about Don Quixote, and he's fighting some windmills, right? We got a windmill here. Let's give it 4 blades. What the heck? Right, draw some little things on there, kind of like that. Little blades. Right? And then we could have a little horse over here, right? Horse has got some big ears, so we gotta give it a nice tail. And we could draw Don Quixote on here. Head, oh, he's got a helmet on, yep. And he's running at it with his lance. And there we go. That's the bonus question. Have a good night.